Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VOD Review Central. Stepping right up to the plate, we have Kato Mika, who is a Plat 2 Sombra player. The comment they had for this VOD was, first round felt like it went okay, then things started going badly second round. I think I needed to commit to either protect my backline or stay with the tank. Very polarizing take. It's either you did it completely wrong or you did it completely wrong in a different way. Let's see if there's a middle ground.
Peace.
Smoke bomb technique, warm up. Good, good. Okay. Let's see how you set up. You see your Doom, you have a Doom Fist, which means you don't have a very strong front line. Oh wait, no, they have, okay, you both have Doom Fist, okay. So you know they don't have a very strong front line, which means your options indeed are either, okay, good hack. Okay, you're playing it very safe. Okay. I'm just looking at this and then we're going back to see what I would have done. Okay, so what did you actually do up until this point? The first fight's over now. It's almost been a minute. What did you actually accomplish? You went in left side. You stood left side. You lobbed a virus. You missed. You waited. You went in a little bit. Got shot. Immediately backed out. Tried hacking the health back. Went back in. Did nothing. Then flanked through the fight, right? And then you lobbed a virus at Ana, shot a little bit, and then you ran away again. You had 2 moments where you did damage, and that maybe is like 300 damage total that you did in a minute. That's not ideal, okay? Right? First thing you do when you start any game is know that the ult economy is 0-0. The fastest, most effective way to get the leg up is winning the ult economy. The best thing you could have done would have probably been to just go for something. And going in to hack the Doomfist to give your team the advantage is fine. I would have done the same. I would have gone here, right? I would have seen they had a Doom as well. I'm like, oh, Doomfist. I would have hacked them, and I would have immediately turned around. And then I would have gone into the back alley, right here. Would have abandoned this. Wouldn't even have lobbed the virus. The moment the Doomfist hack didn't go through, I was like, whatever. Turn around, translocator on the floor, book it to their backline. Because the Doomfist cannot be at 2 places at once. He doesn't have a very strong frontline presence. And if he has to peel, he has to commit to a peel, which means your frontline is empty. So you, as the Sombra, have complete control over where the enemy team's Doomfist goes. That's your control. You staying at the frontline is like his best case scenario. Because he can just forget his backline and just play at the frontline and go for punches. Like, he can do whatever he wants. He plays exactly where he wants to be. You staying here is not ideal. You gotta keep going, and then you got hit, and like, well, I got hit. And it's a little bit too late, because the Junkrat reacted to you shooting at the Junkrat. Now you got this, right? Sure, stealth is over, and now right here, I would have translocated the floor, because everyone's already looking here. You don't want to be the target. The #1 priority you have to have as a Sombra when you engage is to not be the target. You have 5 seconds of stealth to be at a different angle to not be the target. Ana's already looking here. Right? I would have translocated on the floor and went in. Because you also have a Doom, so if you go in and you wait for the Doom to dive at the same time, then bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself a collab project. And then you go in. But now, you're not committing to anything. You're walking back to the point. You're not really doing much. You're not getting an off angle. You are kind of the character embodiment of what people call Sombra 76. And then they go, wow, Sombra sure sucks, huh? This is all I'm allowed to do. When, like, I described an entirely different game at this point. So now you're just waiting, okay? You hacked the Doomfist, should have hacked him out of block. Hacking Doomfist without any, like, ability to interrupt or, like, stop or prevent or anything like that doesn't really do much. But also, at this point, you should have realized they had a Widowmaker already. And then it would have been free kill to get the Widowmaker, and it would have been free space to also get the Widowmaker. Right here, you got stealth. Widowmaker's right there. Okay, you're like, okay, Widowmaker, let's get a move on. Okay, you go for the Ana instead. Right here, you couldn't have been able to know that was gonna happen. It's whatever. You're leaving the fight entirely. And this is like one of the 7 deadly sins at this point for this rework. You don't need to leave the entire fight entirely. The strongest part of this version of Sombra now is that stealth is guaranteed. If you get spy checked, you can still break line of sight by going around buildings and walls and stuff. Leaving the fight in its entirety is a habit people picked up from perma-stealth. Because perma-stealth, if it's interrupted once, you're dead. And if you're already low and you got unstealth, you are guaranteed to have your very own little tombstone. So they're gonna get the health back? Yeah, but there's another health back right here. And even then, right here is where your supports would be able to have line of sight with you. Is the idea, at least. So there's a health pack right there you could have gone for. You could have gone over here, jumped down over here, and gotten this health pack. Would have even actually been faster. Because you, right here, if you try to get over here, you're on the roof, you slid down, you walked over here, you walked around here, and then over here. Instead of, you could have just, like, gone on the roof and fallen down right here. Like, you can take the risky pathing now. You're allowed to do that. And if you can do that, you should try. Because if you try and you fail, you'll know when you can and when you can't. Because the boundaries of what you're able to get away with got expanded because of the way stealth works now. Which is very cool. But you got healed, and now you're slowly making your way back. Oh. You got Venom. Go up, you translocate back. See this? Don't do that. You don't need to leave the fight to trigger stealth. These are a lot of bad habits. You could have just translocated to the floor here and walked around over here. And then you could have gotten the flank off. And then bam! Just like with perma-stealth, you could have gone on a massive flank. But you're kind of like proactively choosing to play at the front line when you don't have to. They have a Junkrat, Widow, and a Doom. Their front line isn't strong. The Doom has to commit to peeling. And he, like, if he uses cooldowns, he can't really get back faster. Junkrat's probably playing on an off angle or at the front line. Widowmaker's doing her own thing. And they have a Juno and Ana. You could do whatever you want here. This is like a Sombra's playground now. You have so much control. They don't have a Cassie with a flashbang. They don't have strong poke damage. They have spam damage on the Junkrat who's shooting at your entire front line. So if you're at the front line, you're in line of sight of Junkrat, you're gonna be shot by Junkrat. But if you like go on a flank, Junkrat has to choose either shoot at the 4 people that he can hit with his AoE burst damage, or maybe shoot at the invisible Sombra in the enemy in your own backline that might be somewhere over there-ish. The choice is obvious. Junkrat's gonna keep shooting over there. Widowmaker's gonna keep looking at the front because why would she neglect the entire team of squishies? So like you have so much control, but instead you're playing at the front line and it just limits your position, your map control, the things the enemy team wants to do. You're just kind of not really using any of her abilities. I don't know. You're teleporting all around the place for sure, but like there's no purpose behind it. If you're playing at this off angle. Oh. Okay, wait, maybe. No. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. Commit to the flank. No! You don't like paint. I'm gonna go to paint. Let me visualize it. Okay. There's an enemy team. 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, 4. This is the tank. And 5 people, right? Now, Sombra is the strongest when your line of sight is only the 1 person. If you're positioning over here, then that means everyone in the enemy team can see you. Everyone can see you. But Sombra is strongest when you go on an off angle or a little bit of a flank. When you like position. Actually, this might not be the right visualization of it. I'll remove this one, and then I paint it like this. There's a Junkrat that was over here, and then there was an Ana that was sitting all the way over here. Sombra is strongest when you're standing right at this position, where you have exactly this line of sight, because there's a wall over here, right? Assuming the wall's over here, and there's the mini over here, because this is this mat, Shambali. Ana is standing right here, right? Sombra is the strongest when the line of sight of this Ana is actually a really good idea. So that's why I'm saying go, stop going back. Because every time you go back, on your way back to another flank, you have to again go through the entire team over here, in which you could get intercepted at any point at all. If you get distracted, you could get killed any point. And if you constantly just like go like that, to then go back again, to go like that again, that entire line that I'm drawing over here is where you could get punished and killed, and then you're dead. You gotta keep the mind's eye active. Right here, you going back in over and over and over again, you're essentially just mimicking Sombra's health pack playstyle. You're essentially just like doing danger, and then fucking all the way off, and then doing a little bit of danger, and then fucking all the way off until something works. You're trying to play as if you have a translocator on a health pack, or if you have perma stealth. When you don't need to, you shouldn't. You're kind of just like limiting yourself in that way. So right here, like you're shooting at the Doomfist, right? You're shooting at the Doomfist here, but like his entire team is healing him and peeling for him, and you're playing in line of sight of everyone else as well. So like you're just poking. You're playing like you're at 99% ult charge for EMP, and you just desperately want that 1% extra EMP charge, so you could like tempo EMP right afterwards. But this is just you shooting at a Doom, right? Oh, yeah. Nice, okay. Translocate, invisible. Oh, no, go deep. Aw. There's a mega right there. Oh, translocate, dodge that, swag. Yeah, right here. Literally perfect. Literally what I explained. Right? If you do this over and over and over again, you will always have value in every fight that you do, like without even killing people. And then you get to kill people sometimes too. This is perfect. You see what I mean? This is literally what I described. This is literally perfect. Ana right here being shot at you makes her push up, right? When your team is also pushing up at the same time. Ana can't afford to heal the team because she's dealing with you, meaning the enemy team is down 1 person like this. And like when you look at it like this, hey, maybe it ain't so bad at all, right? If you get a kill on the Ana, great. If you don't, still great. This is perfect. And now you're forcing the Ana to play uncomfortably. You're getting value. It's great. But now you're playing at the front line again. Like you dedicated resources and cooldowns just to get back to EMP from the front. You didn't need to do that. Right here, right here, right here. Now, translocate backwards. Backwards translocate, like parkour civilization, you do a 360 backwards, like boom, translocate, and then you walk back in here, and then EMP like that. EMP when they're not looking at you. Bada bing, bada boom. Also, the Doom is coming back. I wouldn't have known that. I would still say try this is the idea. And then, like, if the Doom does chase you, break line of sight with a wall, swag him, break his ankles, you know how to do. But now you're going all the way back first. You're going all the way back, regrouping with your team, to shoot a little bit, then EMP when you're not really interrupting anything. I think in this instance, the Kiriko ultimate would have been enough, you know what I mean? But if you flanked, you would have actually had a better bird's eye view of the entire fight as it happens. Also, never try to hack a Doom if he's not blocking. Just pro tip, just like you're not interrupting anything, and Doomfist has no armor, you can just shoot him normally. There's no need to hack him all the time. You do plenty of damage without hacking. The 20% is really just a bonus if you get away with a hack, but it's not something you just like desperately need. Okay, nice virus there. Okay, yeah, the supports are healing each other. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, you got this. Yeah! That was a purposeful stagger. Purposeful stagger. I see the vision. Yeah, but okay. Okay, well, you're going off an on and off angle. I mean, it's something. Okay. You could have, like, directly translocated high ground and been more efficient about it. Oh, but you revealed your position so early. Why? Okay, so first of all, you could be more efficient in how you flank, because you don't have perma-stealth anymore. If you translocate not on here, the walk around over here is longer than if you just, like, walked a little bit backwards over here and then through it. If you translocated just up here and then went somewhere, you would have had a better line of sight. But at the same time, you don't need to give up your element of surprise until the enemy team has something to be taken away. They're just spamming here. They're not doing much. Over here, you would have been fine being at the front line because they're still regrouping. But the moment they started regrouping, I would have then translocated backwards. But you're just kind of just doing poke damage. You're doing numbers, but they're all like independently insignificant until you have EMP, I guess. Oh, you got the cast. Wait, you committed? I thought you went back. Wait a minute. What happened? Okay. So you flanked here. And then you whiffed your virus. Oh! Oh! You had a change of heart. Fair enough. Okay. I wouldn't have hacked the cast, but I mean, if it works, it works. Okay. Well, see, this should have been your first flank, is what I'm saying. You already revealed your element of surprise with that first little poke. Like, that first poke is like, ooh, there's a Sombra there, right? And in higher rank, they would have, like, known that then. And they would have been aware of that. They would have positioned away from that. And then your second dive would have been significantly harder. But it worked out. I don't think it would work out in higher ranks, but it worked out that time. Big virus on the trap. Okay. May have a Sombra. Brave. Don't need to do that. You do not need to hack. Just, like, there's no need. Okay, every time you hack and the hack doesn't even go through is like a solid 50 damage that you're missing out on. And at this point, you've already lost out on like 500 to 1,000 damage that way. If you just shot a couple bullets, just a couple of them, maybe lob a virus their way instead of hacking, you would have already had like a solid 30% of charge. Ult charge. Maybe. So like it compounds. That's a good hack. That's a good hack. Good hack right there. Okay. Oh, translocate. Oh. Danger, danger. Okay. Okay, you're going in despite being low. Yes! This aggression is great. But now you are too low. Okay. Well, you had very indecisive aggressiveness. Kudos to that. Now you gotta be decisive when you're aggressive. Okay, smoke bomb technique. Smart, smart. Don't let them know. Oh, that's a good one. Off-angle EMP. That's a good one. That's good. That is good. Do that more often. Never let them see you coming. Always do it when they're grouped up. It's good. It's good. We're gonna get this plot too. Spilo said he's 5 minutes behind. Looking around for a bit during that fight like you couldn't pick a target. Well, that's minute in the moment of. When I do VOD reviews, I really want to stay on the topic types that everyone can like take something away from. If I say you shouldn't have shot at that guy, but instead at that guy, or just like play better or hit a better shot, that's useless. That's useless information because that's directly to that scenario. If you can't utilize the information that I'm giving you in like alternative realities, then I don't want to say it out loud because there's no point to it. Like it's not valuable feedback. Okay, good translocator right there. See, look, right there is a good example of what I'm talking about when I say you can use stealth to not be the target anymore. You right here were the target because you heard that beep, 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 and people were shooting at you and you were like down a person and they were starting to regroup. You going invisible right here at this moment, although I don't think you were aware of it, was the perfect play because when they're just about to go in is when they're scanning the battlefield to see who they're going to target. But you going invisible right when they're like means that they miss you on their radar, meaning you could do whatever you want right after going invisible here. So what I would have done, I don't know if you're going to do this, I would walk forward, around, and get the left off angle. You stay at the front line, but I would have like immediately booked it this way. Immediately. Because like if they're forced to look this way, then Doomfist over here has an off angle, or has an angle that way, and Kiriko can keep healing the Doomfist while the Doomfist does his thing, and you can make, oh, also, there's a Genji over here, apparently, so that also would have helped out. You can control their attention and make them panic. Being at the front line here was not the best play. Right? But I think it's working. I think it's working. All right, here we go. And kablamo. All right, and that's round one. Well, I mean, you could hack that, but you could. It's not objectively a bad idea, but hacking that health pack also gives the enemy team the idea of where you are now. That health pack being hacked, they're not going to grab it within the amount of time that it's going to be hacked for. You're not going to grab it in the amount of time that it's going to be hacked for. Neither are your teammates, because there's a mini right here that people are probably going to go for, if anything. So all you did really was just give the enemy team the idea of you being on the left side of the map. It's one of the very few instances where it's just like, there's no reason to do it. And now you're going to be here, and you just hacked your second health pack. You're already 10 seconds down the clock. You could have, like, what I would have done is I would have set up in a way where I could see the enemy team if they're going here at all. If they're going here at all, that means they're going to be down at the front line over here, which means you can, like, skirt on by over here and get in there. But otherwise, I'd be standing somewhere over here to see what they have so I can go in here and get this off angle, because they're going to go in there. They're going to go on that off angle. They always do. Everyone always does. And that means you can kind of just, like, feed on this Juno right now, because they're going to be pushing up. The Diva's pushing up right now. She's holding the front line. Diva could not afford to, like, peel you out. And right now, the Soldier, if you weren't there, would have already been running up there. And you could get this one real quick. So you can kill the Juno faster than Soldier could walk all the way around and get his first kill, if at all. That's more of a minute thing, I think. Although, this might have gotten you killed. Maybe. Oh. You're still escaping within, like, everyone's line of sight, which is dangerous. Yeah, at that point, you already gave up, unfortunately. Unfortunately, you already gave up your positioning in your space and all that stuff. The Diva took it over. No one was playing high ground. You didn't need to go high ground there. Happens. That just happens. Context. Why? You gotta look at where the enemy team is. If you're not actively doing something, your main job is to figure out what to do. Hacking that health back, there was zero reason to do it. And you could have done better things in that time. So, like, hacking the health back for the chance of maybe some value possibly out of it is not worth it if you're sacrificing getting better opportunities in your line of sight. Oh, that health back hack is fine. Pretty decent one. But you're not really setting up for anything, and now you're being pushed. So, generally speaking, if you're the one getting pushed, you're doing something wrong. As the Sombra player, ooh, close one. As the Sombra player, you're supposed to be the one pushing people. If you're getting pushed, you need better pathing, pretty much. Oh. I don't even know if the Juno's intentionally breaking your ankles here, but your ankles are properly pulverized right there. Proper pulverized ankles right there. Get out, get out. Ooh, stay getting out. We stay getting out of here. We stay getting out. Danger zone, danger zone. Okay. And now that you don't know where anyone is, you're now your main job now is to populate that mini-map in your brain of what line of sights the enemy team has. If you see 2 people, that means 3 people are unaccounted for. Your Doomfist is fucking stupid. That was a very dumb thing he did. Why would he do that? We'll never know. That was a good though. Hey, big. That was good. That Doomfist feeding gave you an opportunity and you went for it. Right? That's a good example of how teamwork works for Sombra. Right? Your teamwork, if you arrived where the Doomfist was, and you helped him out in the dive, that would have been teamwork. The Doomfist going in, feeding, displacing the Sombra to immediately make him go somewhere so that you can see the translocator, you're feeding off of his teamwork. You became like a little symbiote to the strategy. You attached yourself to someone else's failure, and that way success. That's what Sombra's teamwork is. Sombra's teamwork isn't, hey guys, I'm gonna dive this guy in 3, 2, 1 now. That's not her teamwork. Her teamwork is seeing someone else do something, causing the enemy team to behave in a predictable way in response to that, and then Sombra being able to capitalize on that. The predictability of the enemy team gives you space. That's Sombra's teamwork. That's how you should see it. Profit from stupid. Got it. Pretty much. That's why you never want to be the target. That's why you never want to be the one getting pushed. That's why you never want to be the target. You always go when they're occupied with a strategy that makes them predictable that you can predict. Ooh. 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 Aww. I'm surprised the Sombra didn't have translocator. Okay. Yeah, alright. Well, now they have the ball. The ball has a lot of space, so now your biggest job, the biggest impact you could do in terms of like having guaranteed impact is definitely just waiting for the ball to roll in. And if the ball is rolling in without you being one of his targets, you can hack him. That's the idea. If he slams, if he rolls through, as long as you're not in his plan, you can hack him. Oh, that's a little bit late. You're not gonna forget that. Ooh. Oh, happens. But you're mechanically gifted. You're the Giga God Gamer. Just subscribe to Questron on Twitch. Bam. Better. Better. I heard the Wrecking Ball use Minefield, though. Where are those mines? Oh, I see those mines now. They're right there, chat. They're right there. Okay, fair enough. Oh. Yeah, mini. Doesn't have to stay alive. Oh. Sounds actually, I might as well point it out. It's very often, more often than you think, so maybe like proactively think about what you're doing when you're like trying it out. It is very often a better idea to translocate at the floor for the invisibility to escape than translocate in the air to first go, hey, here I am, and then go invisible. Because they can still shoot you on the way down, even though you don't fully unstealth. Doing that still gives the enemy team a better idea of where you are. If you translocate on the floor and then immediately just run away, the enemy team can't really do much against that if they don't see the translocator at all. They don't even know you're invisible. They might hear that somewhere over there Sombra might have gone invisible. Throwing it in the air is like a beacon of where you are so that everyone can see that. Up in the sky is everyone's line of sight. If everyone, there's nothing obstructing the sky, right? There's no building there, there's nothing. If you throw the translocator on the floor, there's plenty of items on the floor at eye level that could interrupt that line of sight. Therefore, there's a better chance of you escaping because you're just invisible then. So there's a little pro tip. Like, that was a good one. Although they didn't see the translocator, I guess. Oh. That's a daring hack. Oh. But the hack didn't really lead to anything. Oh. You don't have translocator, you're panicking. Oh god. I can sense the panic. Oh, the panic is real. There's so much panicking. Oh my goodness. People can't aim up in silver? Well, it's not about aiming up. It's about knowing what the Sombra's doing. You're giving the enemy team more information by displaying where the translocator is. It's not like, even if you don't get shot out of invis, they still know you're over there, and somewhere there you are invisible. You want the least amount of people to know you're invisible when you go invisible. That's the idea behind invisibility, right? The idea is that you get to discredit the information they have. They already know, like, where the Sombra kind of is, because you were visible and you were shooting people, right? They already kind of know that. It is now in your capability to make what they think is happening in the game be wrong, essentially. So they think she's over there, that's where she is, it is what it is. And then if she saw the translocator in the air, it's like, pew, and it's like, oh, I thought she was there, but that translocator right there means she's not there anymore. Meaning I have to be on the lookout for that, or something of that kind of thing. If you throw it at the floor, and they might hear it in the midst of battle while they're focusing on something else, there's a higher chance they're gonna miss it. They're gonna think, oh, she's still over there, or she's somewhere over there. But in the meanwhile, you're just on the opposite side. And then suddenly, wait a minute, why is she there? And then you get the jump on them, and then you get the advantage in the duel. Okay. So you're going left. I do this too. And then I go here to scope out what's going on. Oh, I would not have shown myself. Okay, so when you see a tank, that kind of like dictates what you do and how you go about it. I see Roadhog, meaning, what is a Roadhog gonna do to stop me if I go up here? Literally nothing. Roadhog is gonna do nothing. If I go over here, and I just kind of keep spamming it over here, then I win. If the Sombra translocates to me, I can legitimately just throw my translocator back into here, and then be invisible while I fall behind the payload. I can throw my translocator through the fight, and escape the shortest distance possible. I can do that then. And you give away your element of surprise if you were to now go to the soldier. So now you go to the soldier. Oh, wait, maybe it works out. Okay. Okay. Oh.
That's probably gonna move the payload or what? Feeling much better. Somebody call.
Oh, I saw that engagement with hack. Uh-oh. Right, happens. You're not counter roadhogging though. Okay. You're playing frontline. You don't want to play frontline because that's how your hook is going to get interrupted the most. Go left, go up, go... no. Oh, go get the soldier! Yeah. This is Pinnock. This is the example. This is specifically what I'm talking about when I say that you have to be more aggressive. You have to hit that minimum threshold. If you're in that metal cage where you're on your motorcycle in the Simpsons movie, you gotta speed up here. Like, you're too scared to speed up because that's scary. Right? But you gotta do it. You gotta do it. Otherwise, you're gonna do less than nothing. Now you're doing the least amount you could. Like, any other hero in the game would have more value being in the position that you are doing what you're doing. You gotta go for it. You gotta speed up. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. You're playing too safe here. This is where the training wheels are off and you need to speed up, otherwise you're gonna fall off your bike. This is that example. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna look like Sombra 76. And now, they're pushing you. They're being more aggressive than you. Literally room camping like COD? No. It's just being scared to do things. It's like having a sniper rifle, but being scared to take long sightlines. Like, the thing that Sombra provides you in her kit is to do exactly the things you're not doing right now. And that's unfortunate. You're missing out on so much value because of this. It's not a roast. I'm not roasting you or anything. It's just, if you get past that little bump that you're not going fast enough for to get over, if you're speeding up just a little bit, you'll get over that and you'll get triple the value. You'll do things you thought you never could because you can do things you thought you never could because stealth is permanent and you have opportunist. You can do those things now. It's so cool. And that's unfortunate. But like on a character-to-character interaction type stuff, I'm not seeing that many mistakes. You do have a lot of like pretty decent habits. It's just the one habit that as far as I can tell you relied on a lot was perma-stealth. You're waiting for that opportunity to exist and you're used to waiting so long that by the time that you're ready or done with waiting, it's too late. Like, I think this habit naturally stems from the idea that you use perma-stealth to sit in the enemy team's backline for the amount of time that you would have already gotten punished if you were on this version of Sombra. So mentally, you think it's not a good idea. I think that's what it is. I think you just need to do stuff within the 10 seconds that you set up for. And you're used to 15 seconds. And if you don't have the 15 seconds and that's your minimum, you're not even gonna try it. And I think that's your problem right now. You need to throw yourself at that mud wall. You need to throw yourself it or not. So I think maybe just go quick play and just like run it down. See what you can get away with. Like that. That is good aggression. That is good. This is right. This is good. This is not some... That is the perfect position. And then you kind of wasted it by being distracted. But that was a perfect play. Perfect positioning. I would have done the exact same thing. This is the perfect spot to be in. Beautiful. Line of sight with your own teammates while being in a position that forces the enemy team to expend resources. Look at that. Look at that. They have to use resources to get to you at all, let alone actually push you away. They are going out of their way. You are changing their thought processes. You are controlling their narrative. You are telling them what to do. This is Sombra right here. This is it. They're making, like, look at that. At no point that entire time was that Ilari healing anyone. She had to use resources to get to you, and then you forcibly made them not do their task for their team. It's kind of unfortunate that it's like the point was only held at this point and you didn't get the kill, right? I think that's like more like practice makes perfect. You could have won that interaction, or you could have gotten out, or you could have realized that you were on your own and that your team was being pushed or something. The soldier definitely could have died. I think that's just like a little bit better mechanics, so that'll happen over time. But like the idea with this is good. This is good. You got distracted because you couldn't kill the soldier. The moment you can't get the kill, you gotta realize and snap back to reality. Right here, you kind of gave up a lot of space by chasing the soldier for no real reason. The soldier could have died, absolutely, but he didn't. And you kind of gave up a lot of space, and the enemy team got to recoup that. But positioning wise, you did the right thing. That's unfortunate there. And I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's the end. That's wraps. Yeah, unlucky fight loss. Yeah, but the positioning was perfect. That right there, that was like, I had like, you know, like when in an anime when there's like, oh man, he could do this, and this. You have like 17 options. And then like, in my mind, oh, he has to do option 7. And then I just see option 7 happen before I even say it. And I'm like, attaboy. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. You know, that kind of thing. That was perfect. It's somewhere in there. You cannot tell me that when you went up to that high ground and you had that perfect position, you did not feel powerful. You were in line of sight of the entire enemy team, and you knew you weren't gonna get like absolutely stomped on. Because you knew they had to use resources to get to you. You knew that your teammates had line of sight of you. You trusted that. That is where the intellect of playing Sombra happens. That's where you're like, okay, that guy understands. It's in there all right. That's for sure.